Daily Heavenly Manna, October 2nd. The chosen text from Philippians chapter 3, verses 13. Forgetting those things which are behind. Explanation. We forget the things that are behind because it is right that we should do so, because God forgets them and declares that He has cast all of our imperfections behind His back, that our imperfections are all covered from His sight by the merit of Him who loved us and who died for us, and whom we love, and in whom we are trusting, and in whose steps we are seeking to walk with more or less imperfection, according to the defects we have inherited in the flesh. We are not meaning to suggest that slips or failures should be lightly esteemed or quickly forgotten. They should be rectified to the extent of our ability, and divine forgiveness should be sought for these defects daily. Reprint number 3306. Amen.
Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive into something really powerful, a classic spiritual instruction, actually. It's this tension, right, between genuinely letting go of, the big stuff in the past, the failures that stick with you, and at the same time being responsible for what you do every single day.
It's a huge paradox, isn't it? And yeah, we've gathered some source material that really centers on this mandate from Philippians, forgetting those things which are behind. Our mission today is really to get into why the sources say you can forget, but also what that absolutely does not excuse.
Right, let's unpack that straight away. Because, when you hear forget the past, people often think, I don't know, like it's a mind trick, or just pretending bad stuff didn't happen. Does the source material actually say we can just, wipe the slate clean on major mistakes?
No, not quite like that. It gives a much more solid reason. The whole basis for why it's okay, why it's actually right to forget the past. It's not really about our ability to suppress memories. It's rooted in something external, a divine action. The sources basically say, look, you can let go of regret because those imperfections, they've already been handled.
Okay, that's the anchor then. So what is that divine action? How does it work according to the material?
Well, it states it pretty plainly. God declares He forgets those imperfections. The phrasing is, He has cast all of our imperfections behind His back. Think of it like someone else hitting the reset button for you. So our forgetting is justified because of that primary act of forgetting. It happened outside of us.
Right. And it also explains how they're forgotten, how they're moved out of sight. It's not just poof, they're gone.
Exactly. It's not arbitrary. Those failures, even the deep ones, are covered. They're hidden from view by the merit of Him who loved us and who died for us. And that covering, it applies if you place your trust there and if you're genuinely trying to, walk in those steps, even while you recognize you've got these defects we have inherited in the flesh, our basic human flaws.
Okay, so, wow. On one hand, that massive burden from the past, it's dealt with by grace. Covered. But hang on. If the slate is wiped clean like that, what stops someone from just being careless? If my past doesn't matter, why try so hard today?
Yeah. And that's the crucial balance point. The source material is really smart here. It immediately pivots to the present. It warns very clearly that the slips, the failures happening now, day to day, those should absolutely not be lightly esteemed or quickly forgotten.
Okay, so this is where it shifts from, big theology to everyday life. If the huge past failures are covered by grace, then the small, immediate ones need our attention right now. What's the action step? What are we supposed to do about these daily issues?
It's basically two things. First, any failure needs to be rectified to the extent of our ability. Rectified means, doing something concrete. Apologize, fix the mistake if you can, learn from it, then move forward. Make it right.
Okay, action. Got it.
And second, and this is highlighted specifically in some sources, you need to seek divine forgiveness for these ongoing defects. And not just once in a while. It's a routine thing. Daily. You ask for forgiveness daily.
Wow. That's quite a synthesis. So, the past, handled by ultimate grace, which asks for our trust, but the present, that demands constant, daily, focused effort. Accountability. You manage the long-term regret with grace, but the immediate behavior with rectification.
Exactly. And think about what that means. If the instruction is to seek forgiveness and fix things daily, well, it completely undermines the idea of carrying guilt forever, right?
Mm.
The past is forgotten by divine act. Today's failure is addressed, forgiven, and ideally put behind you before tomorrow. It forces your focus onto now, onto today, and the strength for tomorrow. It removes the power of yesterday's regret. No single failure gets to define you indefinitely.